in this room. For Mascot!
Ah yes, Granny, the horror gamer of all time. Now, a lot of you might have heard this game from a while back, and it's a pretty decent game. I mean, at least for being a Mascot horror game, that is. It's surprising how well detailed the map is, and how good the Granny's AI is just in general. Now this video is going to be a little overview of Granny, and basically how mobile Mascot horror games work. So just sit back and enjoy the ride. Granny, it doesn't have to be this way.
You can make it different. You can make it right. You can make it better. We don't have to fight.
Right here is Granny, and she's interesting to say the least. She can hear almost everything you do. As long as it makes sound like dropping something or walking on a floorboard, she can find you. While not being that fast and pretty outrunnable, she is very, very smart. Her AI can hear things from all the way across the map, and it can be pretty stressful when you accidentally drop something trying to go run to find a hiding spot. Now there are 3 main endings in this game: the car, the front door, and the sewer. Some endings are harder than others, and it really just comes down to RNG whether or not your seed is good or not. My personal favorite ending is the sewer ending, but that's also the most stressful one in my opinion, because, well, we'll see later. So what exactly is the gameplay loop of Granny? Well, you run around the house looking for items that are in randomly generated areas, and basically trying to solve puzzles with said items to try to make it get one of the 3 endings. Some of these items can range from birdseed to steak to wire cutters even. It's pretty interesting. You can also find weapons along the way, like an ice trap, a tranquilizer, and surprisingly a shotgun? It is important to know, however, that the shotgun, you must collect all 3 pieces of it before you're able to use it, and you have to reload on ammo every time you do use it. You can also only use 1 item at a time, as your character can only hold 1 and can't hold any more. This makes item management and remembering where you keep your items a very key part of the game. This makes finding and collecting your items pretty difficult, especially if you don't remember where you put them. So in theory it's a pretty simple gameplay loop, but in practice it worked out pretty well. And, well, I mean that's all it really needs to serve, right? But I think there's a note we should probably read first.
Luigi, look! It's from Bowser. Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. The princess is now
That's probably not important. But now, we might as well just talk about the thing that I've been, kind of hyping this video up for. And that is, well, Mascot horror and how Granny changed mobile Mascot horror for arguably the better. Now, while it is important to note that Granny created a lot of content for himself on YouTube back in the day, it's also pretty important to note just its impact it has just on everyone. Yes, it has this bad reputation, but the game is actually pretty well made, and there's even a Steam release, which is the definitive version of play. Granny also has 2 other titles as well. And it's also important to note that this is a spin-off of the quote-unquote Slenderina games, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I can see their appeal. Most famously, this game is probably known for, in this day and age, for Case O and 3FS. It's important to note that these YouTubers are kind of the reason why the game's still alive today. I mean, it has gotten an update a little bit a while back, but other than that, it's kind of been dead for a while. There's also a challenge in the Granny community called the Granny Marathon, where you try to beat every Granny game without game overing or dying. Now I commend anyone who can do this, because I have trouble even beating the first game, so beating all 3 of the games without dying once, gosh. Don't mind me falling down here and breaking my legs just casually. That was all part of the plan. But anyways, Granny is mostly known by the YouTubers now. There have also been a few remakes of Granny. We have one just titled Granny Remake on Steam, and another one called Granny Escape Together, which is a multiplayer version of Granny, where you escape together. I mean, I sure am lucky that I haven't encountered Granny that much in this run. I mean, I really am lucky for this.
I don't wanna stay at Granny's house. I don't wanna stay. I just wanna go home. I don't wanna be at.
It's also important that there's not just Granny in this game. There's actually a hidden enemy that can only be found if you're astute enough. This enemy can only appear at certain times, and I was just so happened to be lucky enough to find it.
Why? I just spawned. How is he already going to bitch and I just spawned? How does he have my location already? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Although we should leave him be, because he can instantly kill you. So what's the moral of the story? Never walk alone in the forest and let a grandma kidnap you. And never, and I mean never, go into the basement. Phew, that was just a bad dream. Anyways, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, the basement. Unlike the car and front door endings, the basement has its own, well, little area that you can go to. Going there is not the best option though, because as you can see, there's a giant spider grandma that tries to kill you. But I mean, hey, at least it's not going to be hit in the head with a bat. Still though, neither is a good way to go out. I normally take the basement ending as my ending because it's just the most fun to me. So how exactly do you get it? Well, first you have to find a book, which I just so happen to have on a shelf in this room. And then you bring it to a secret room, put it in, and a little bit later this grandma thing will start crawling out of the room. It's interesting, to say the least. After she's done crawling, she'll drop a key, and then you use that key to get to the cellar. Once you're in the cellar, which takes me a long time to get to due to being chased by Granny, everything just goes downhill. But enough of that, let's get to the end of this. Once you open up the cellar, you can only go down. And what's down here, you may be asking?